Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Blaster Master. In the last part we beat Area 6's boss, which was, Crabulous again, and now we're actually gonna head back to the second area. Because that's where Area 7 is. In terms of a shortcut, there is actually one in this area, and it's that door immediately to my right. By the way, I love homing missiles. Although, actually, the one really bad thing about extra ammo like that is that it goes away if you get a game over. So if I got a game over now, I have like 50-something homing missiles, I would have none of those anymore. That's annoying, and I hate it when games do that. But anyway, this that little path I took there was actually a shortcut because we're actually in the room with the entrance back to Area 5. I think. Oh god, I don't want to be in here. Are we? Yes, we are. So now we're back in Area 5. Thank you. So now I'm actually going to cut over to Area 2, because this is where we need to head next. And this is actually the second to last backtrack of the game. Because the entrance to Area 7 is actually, we needed the wall item to get to, and after looking it up, I actually was wrong about it. The wall item actually allows you to climb up horizontal, vertical walls. So, essentially, normal walls, as you'll find out momentarily, likely. I guess I forget when I do it, actually. But anyway, you'll see in a minute anyway. Also, I'll admit, I actually did spoil the rest of the game for myself because, I've watched that 38-minute speedrun. Holy hell, that was awesome to watch. I think out of the 38 minutes, he was here by like minute 33. This is why I love speedruns. They are awesome to watch, because you can just learn all sorts of stuff. And that's what wall does. It actually gets kind of annoying, too, because you'll not mean to climb up the wall, but you do anyway. Anyway, we need to go down this hallway I've never gone down before, because if you had come down here earlier, as you'll see right here, there's a room that has no platforms, so you need to climb up the wall. The way you climb is you just hold the direction you were going in, and you'll climb up automatically. Note that when you're pressing left like I am right now, it becomes up, and up is still to the control to make your cannon face to the right in that case. It's weird controls to explain. Although, admittedly, it does get annoying, as I said before, especially more later on. Also, fun fact, this room is directly below the room with where Area 3's entrance is. And welcome to Area 7. And I'll admit, when it came to the intro song, I was actually deciding between Area 1 and this track. I love them both so much. Anyway, Area 7 is actually rather linear, all things considered. Although it has tougher versions of enemies we've seen for a while. And that lava down at the bottom is essentially a hopeless pit, because once you fall down there, it's pretty hard to get back out. It takes around, I want to say, 3 energy every time you dip in. Or 3 power, more accurately. But the big gimmick with this area is you got dirt walls like this you can dig your way through with your blaster. Pretty much any time that you're in one of these areas, I recommend going for the bottom route if there's one available, because that's the quickest way to get to the main cabin. Actually, speedruns in this area get really fancy, too. Then again, speedruns also, as I've learned, can actually skip door transitions, because, you might have noticed, very similar to like a Resident Evil or Metroid game, when you enter a door, it kind of loads, or slides to the left, right, up, down, whatever, so that it can not really load the next area, but show you how you got there. If you pause at a specific time, you can actually skip through that entirely. And that shaves off probably like a half hour, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, we now have enemies from Area 1, which with my current beam, they just have no chance whatsoever of living. Mind you, they're mutants, so are they really alive to begin with? No, X-Men fans would probably chew me out for saying that. I apologize. Actually, Days of Future Past just came out a couple days ago. I should probably go see that. And that just dated this part by about 4 months. Probably longer, actually, because I'm still not sure when this is going to be uploaded. Probably sometime towards December. Probably, I'm not too sure. Actually, this might actually be a summer game, I'm not sure. And now we got red shriek bats, which are annoying. Also, I can say this for a fact. The wall item is very annoying in these areas later on, because you'll just careen right off the edge. Ooh, hover, I want. Oh, why won't you give it to me? Come here. Nah. Also, one thing I learned after recording this part when I was going for some, to increase my life back to max and even my hover up, you have limited continues. So you can only get a game over a certain amount of times, otherwise you're booted back to the title screen. I hate it when games do that, and they don't tell you about it at least. And then again, that's also why I prefer Castlevania and Batman, because you have infinite continues. Limited lives, but infinite continues. And that happened. Which really sucked too, because I was like 2 rooms away from the cabin. So now I only have like 2 lives left. That's painful. Luckily, from what I heard, the rest of the game isn't as hard as it used to be. Also, I should mention, I think it was last part, I was actually incorrect in saying that boss's name may have been Master Shell. It actually is Hard Shell. He's just, the name that people often mistake his name for is Heavy Shell. I was actually looking this up on via various Let's Plays. Also, this area reminds me oddly of both Super Metroid and Metroid 1. Mind you, they take place on the same planet, but it reminds me of a mixture of the two areas from it for some reason. Both Torian and, Meridia? Yeah, Meridia. Anyway, this kind of area looks familiar, doesn't it? That's pretty much a hint towards who the boss in this area is. And this place is extremely annoying. For some reason, the guards got competent. Also, in watching the speedrun, I learned that you can actually damage boost your way over a lot of this area and just go to those platforms. That's actually how you're supposed to get the power-ups in the last one like this that were on like little square blocks outside your reach. Also, we get our first glowing gun power-up, which levels up your gun by 4. Very useful. Very, very useful. You know, this song actually reminds me of a song from another game, but I can't remember what that game was. There's probably something on the NES or Super Nintendo, to say the least, but I can't tell what. Yeah, I'll probably remember it as I'm uploading this, and God knows how long. And we're right near the boss, although, quick little tip, there actually is another gun power-up in the bottom right here. Actually, this might be the easiest area to get, 8 gun levels in, because if you're careful enough with these guys, you can get the 2 gun power-ups in a row. Though I find it annoying enemies never drop gun. That would be very useful if they did. Ah, screw it, run! Run, run, or you'll be well done. Oh jeez, I'm going into the boss with almost 3 health. That's not fun. Well, actually, this area's boss is the last one you can use the pause trick on. And who is it but... It's Fred again! Only now he's orange. Yeah, just do the grenade trick against him and hope to God it works. Also, one thing I haven't mentioned at this point, the pause trick actually is a double-edged sword. You can hurt the enemy multiple times by pausing, but they can also hurt you the exact same way. So make sure you don't pause when there's a projectile on you, otherwise you're probably gonna die. And for beating him, we got Wall 2, so now our tank essentially defies all laws of physics. Because now we can go on walls and the ceiling. Now, I did mention it earlier, but there was a vertical shaft earlier in the area we were in. And I'm cutting back here because there's a shortcut back to Area 2 in here. Because to get to the final area, Area 8, we actually need to head to Area 3. Why they made it Area 3, I'm not sure. It would have made more sense if it was from here, but I'm not going to question Sunsoft because they are pretty awesome developers. And that directly leads you back to Area 2. Anyway, now we're going to cut over to Area 3, to a place we've been to a couple times in there, actually. If you remember the room that had the shortcut to Area... Actually, the shortcut out of Area 2 into, technically, it's this room again. Very early on in the area. You need to ride along the ceiling here and, well, go in between these spikes, because you can't get there otherwise. And there's the door to Area 8. But with that, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And wow, that is very eerie music. And next time on Let's Play Blaster Master, we are probably going to be ending off the game. See you guys then.